Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But public, do you think this has anything to do with the bait and switch?
What's the bait and switch?
I mean, as far as like, it's like, and look, I think men are the worst at this nowadays. They're doing the bait and switch. You know, I don't know if it's like a mating strategy or what, but like, but the thing is, according to the common culture, it seems like most men are coming into these relationships and they're trying to hook up with these women, and they're trying to tell women what they want to hear. But the thing is, like, as far as it seems to me, and I could be wrong, it seems to be like the natural proclivity of men that we're not real submissive by nature. And the thing is, I think maybe we want women to be submissive, you know, but at the same time, look, I'm public. I think we probably disagree in a lot of things, on a lot of on a lot of things. Okay, but the thing is, according to the culture that we're living in, I'm not sure that men feel like that they can hook up, so to speak, you know, and really be honest with themselves. And I'll put this on, and this is what I'm about. I'm about honesty.
Hold on, wait. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Hook up and then be honest with themselves. What are you talking about?
Right. I mean, look. I mean, I think a lot of men out here are. I mean, I think if a lot of men out here were to just be honest with themselves, I think they would just be like, look, you know, straight up from the jump, I want to be in control. You know what I mean? I want to be the boss. I don't want no talking back. You know what I mean? Like I want to be in control. And
you're saying that most women would say no to that, right? Because nobody wants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. Absolutely.
Isn't that a terrible thing to want of a person?
I don't know that it is. I mean, the thing is, I think it should be based upon.
Would you want that?
Well, the thing is,
want a woman to come in and tell you, I don't want no back talk, and I want you to submit to me. That's what you want.
Well, if we were to remove like genders, yeah. I mean, if somebody were to come into my life based upon what we're doing, and they would be more qualified and stuff like that, you know, yeah, I mean, for sure. If you're more qualified, sure.
What do you mean? In what way? How are they more qualified? What are you talking about?
Okay, so if we're talking about relationships,
Rod, and I'm confused. Are you saying you would want a woman to override your right to self-determination as a human being?
no, look, I'm saying, look, this is in public. I'm mostly talking to you. I know we got a panel here, but
I'm listening,
public,
brother. I'm trying to follow. I'm so lost. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to figure it out.
right. And look, and I come to you and I'm talking to you about this because you have like the best fucking going against what I'm saying.
Argument.
I'm sorry, my words are not coming to me right now. But look, it does seem to me like men have a harder life. The standards for men are just seem to be like.
Who makes men's life harder? Who makes men's life harder? Who makes our lives harder?
Man, I would think it goes back for many generations.
Right now, in 2024, what makes what makes our lives harder?
Well, I don't think we can sum it up within just 2024. You know,
I'm saying right now, no, we can't. In 2024, right now, I'm saying.
No, I don't think that's the best way to look at it.
Without a doubt, it's the best way to look at it. Right
no,
now, today,
I'm not so sure it is.
Hold on, listen. Tell me how, right now, today, men's lives are hard.
Well, you're trying to you're trying to scope the discussion, but the thing is, I don't think we can sum it up with what's going on in 2024.
Sir, can you answer the question? I'm curious. You brought it up. Now I want to know. What is? Hold on. They're saying I'm low. Can you guys hear me? Go ahead. What is the what is the give me two things that's making men's lives so hard today. What are they?
Okay. All right. I'll meet you on your terms.
Okay, please.
Okay. Who overwhelmingly is the majority of plumbers?
Me.
Okay. Who overwhelmingly is the majority of carpenters?
Men.
Okay, you said two. That's two.
That's how our lives are harder? You got a lot of background noise. Hold on. Can you guys hold on, wait. I got you, Dirty Ryan. I just got to check something real quick. Can you guys hear me now? Is it because I just want to see if it's his background noise.
Yeah, you're clear. You did break up for a bit.
Wait. I'm checking. Is it his background? I mean, was it his background noise or is it just my thing? Okay, it's his background. Okay, Dirty Ryan. Okay, go ahead. When you go, let me talk, and then you know what I'm saying. We're gonna have to go back and forth like that because when you talk, they can't hear.
Yeah, no problem.
When you're unmuted, they can't hear me. So, plumbers and whatever you're talking about jobs. Those are just jobs. I don't want to cherry pick jobs and ask what job is harder because women have very hard jobs too. So let's not do that. Men in general, and most men are not carpenters, and most men are not plumbers. So let's just ask, what is making men's lives harder as men? What is making our lives harder? Is it the economy? Is it what is it? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I believe that it's the fact that men are superior from the jump. You know, I believe that the thing is that men are capable of more, so therefore they're expected of more. And the thing is, that's okay. I believe that that's okay. I really do. But the thing is...
Well, hold on. If they were superior, then doing something that was harder for women would be easy, which would mean that life was easier for them. That's not really... he wants us to answer the social issues, but I would feel predominantly that we face. Is it harder for a man or a woman to get in a relationship? As a man, you would probably... I would argue that, and I think that broadly speaking, most people would say that the lack of social services for mental health, the lack of socialization, the pornography, the video game epidemic, all that stuff that's put into men's lives, or sometimes even when they're babies, their fathers are introducing themselves to this stuff, more the video games than the corn. But it's like there's these things that can pull us astray, that can prevent us from knowing what we need to know to get into the relationships like we would like, and to be able to have the positive relationships with women that we want. I think.
But wait. I don't think that those are corn. Yes, I think the thing though that is really hurting men is the indoctrination into the cult of man. It is the misogyny. It is the dirty, rotten people mindset that men are superior. That is what's keeping men away from women. Men thinking that we are superior to women. Men thinking that women are here for our pleasure.
But performatively speaking,
wait. You gotta let me finish there. I already told you I can't. When you talk, I'll let you talk, but you gotta let me finish. That is what I think are the most pressing issues. That is what's going on, right? Men not the thing that distracts men from being better human beings are the video games, is the sports watching, the extracurricular stuff. Those are the things that will distract you. Those are the things that we'll fill our time with. But those aren't the reasons why, because girls play video games too. Girls watch TV too. Girls are distracted too. But they're still, but they're not as indoctrinated into the cult of man as men are. That is the problem. So it is the misogyny. It is the men believing that we are entitled to women's bodies. It is men believing that it is women's fault that the world is harder for us, when really it is other men that are making the world hard for us. If you're not getting paid enough, it's a man. I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more times. Your biggest hater is a man. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not is on you. But I can guarantee you, your biggest hater is a man. If you don't have health insurance, if you don't have access to mental health care, it is a man behind it or a group of men behind that. It ain't a group of women behind that. It is a group of men behind that. That's what I'm saying. So
Are you sure? Are you sure that women aren't involved with the lack of social services being available
You,
to
you
men?
gotta unpack that before just saying it.
1,000% sure that whatever is going on in our society on an economic level, on a social level, on a political level, with 1,000% men are responsible for it because we have the power.
Do we?
Yeah. Yes.
Who are the vast majority of those eligible to vote, and who do vote, and who are the most politically active?
That's not.
Yeah, I'm not so sure men have the power, public.
Wait. Voting doesn't. We don't live in. I don't know how it works in Canada, but I'm pretty sure it's very similar to America. We don't live in a democracy, so voting means nothing, right?
Absolutely, it does.
Sir.
How does voting not mean anything? That whether or not the president is Trump or Obama makes absolutely no difference in society to you. Whether the person that women vote for, the laws that they vote for, happen more often or not, doesn't matter to you.
I'm saying I think what you're missing is that either way, working class people aren't going to get any equity, no matter if Trump or Biden's in office. One may be worse than the other one, but both are bad for working class people. That's my point.
Okay, but why? One of the reasons that these problems that men have are such an epidemic is because we don't talk about them at all. There's no focus on men's issues. Just starting with social skills. Whenever a man has a problem in life, it's it's a patriarchy. It's him not being enough of a good human being. Instead of acknowledging, like, actually, a lot of these guys are growing up without social skills. A lot of these guys are growing up without positive male role models because they come from single mothers' households for various reasons. Like, there's no focus on, like, what if we're not raising up men the way that we want them to raise, the way the women want them to be raised, why is that? And the answer is just always, because they're bad, or it's never, no, actually, despite all the talk about patriarchy only really is beneficial to a very small number of men, basically guys who have money.
Unreal. I agree. And that is why I try really hard to get men like you and dirty rotten people to understand that we should not be upholding it by these toxic ideals that you guys keep perpetuating. That's what I'm saying. I agree. So I think it's crazy when I hear men say the same thing I'm saying, but then you guys come to a completely wrong conclusion. I say the patriarchy is hurting everybody, men included. You go.
I say there's no patriarchy.
And exactly, which is a lie told by people who want to uphold the patriarchy.
What is a patriarchy? Give me the exact definition.
Sir, the same way that a white T person will tell me that there's no racism. That's what you're saying right now. Saying there's no patriarchy to a black man who is under white T men. Explain that. If the patriarchy ain't real, then why me as a black man, because I'm a man, if the patriarchy is real, why am I not equal? Why are my rights trampled on?
So if someone says that women seemingly have more rights nowadays than what men do,
they don't have more rights. Women don't have more rights, sir.
We have equal rights.
Can you go get a vasectomy tomorrow if you want to? Yeah. Can you go get all the blue chews you want and all the V pills you want and all the Cialis?
But we gotta address this. Who holds the access to sex?
Two people. The people who agree to have sex together.
Okay, so now I'm thinking you're crazy. Okay, now I'm thinking you're crazy because, look, it doesn't seem to me like men are the gatekeepers of sex. Oh yeah, my bad.
Men do, because you both have to consent to it, brother. Both do.
So you don't think that women have more opportunity for schmecks?
Yeah, because men are thirsty. Because men objectify women.
I agree.
They don't, sir. It is whatever you're gonna. I could 100%. I'm explaining. Women, yes, they get solicited for smecks way more than men do. Why is that? Because men are 304s. Because men are promiscuous. Because men lack self-control. That is why.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree, and I absolutely believe that men should have more control in this. And I preach this, and I've worked on this within myself, 100%. But the thing is, I mean,
hold on, Dirty Rock people. T Real, shout out T Real for the cash app. She paid the drop unreal. Go ahead, Dirty Rock people. Go ahead and finish. Let me get to this.
yeah, no, it just seems to me like women, no matter what, they have schmecks with who they want. Men have.
Why does this come, Dirty Rock? That the only thing you point to is women having more smacks, because that's what it is for men. That's what it for most men, heterosexual men, cishet men, whatever. It always comes down to access to women and smacks with women. You're literally you're saying the quiet part out loud. You instantly go to women's reproductive rights or women being able to have smacks or whatever the case may be. Like, what? If you are mad about that, sir, if you can't stand the fact that you got to talk.
Well, don't say I'm mad about. I'm not mad about it.
If you got to talk to 1,000 girls for you to get one, but the girl, all she got to do is walk outside and 1,000 dudes talk to her. Go talk to the men and say, hey, why are y'all all so thirsty for these women? Why don't you show
Okay, so is this conversation moving to the body count conversation? Is that where we're going?
No. I don't care about that. Well, let me read this Cash App, because she asked a very good question to Unreal, but Unreal got dropped. She said, not Cash App, this super chat. Appreciate you, VV. VV said, he just said that there's no patriarchy. Then he said only a few males benefit from it, which was true. Couldn't be the same thing couldn't be the same thing at the same time. That's crazy. Couldn't be both things at the same time. That was wild. That's crazy, bro. Like that you instantly go to women having smecks is like, oh man, look at these girls. They get all, okay, cool. I'm going to ask the women. Don't ask me. Women, would you trade would you swap the smecks thing with men for power and influence and protection? Would you do that?
Based on how it's being worded, absolutely sure. But I think that it's disingenuous because women don't actually have access to power through sex.
They don't. No. I know.
Right. I know that you understand that. Like,
but are they the gatekeepers of it?
But we're not. We are not, because again, there are very real world consequences for
lies.
Again, let me finish. Because again, the implication of women controlling access to sex says that they don't have any consequences to that, when we know that they do. We know that socially they have consequences. We know that physically they have consequences. And especially when men who don't believe in patriarchy but believe that women are giving them access to sex, it's such a very telling story, because it reveals that men believe that the sexual experience that you have with a partner or a person that you desire is not a shared experience. It's something that women is giving you access to, or that you get as a prize, but it's not something that you're actually experiencing together. And that's the part that's the biggest issue. And that's the part that alludes to the patriarchy. Because again, if you're having sex to women, then of course you're going to look at it from the framework of, oh, I'm trying to figure out how many women I have access to sex to, because you're not having an experience with her. That's not something that she's enjoying along with you. It's something that's a reward, and it's a form of objectification and dehumanizing of women. So when you talk about trying to trade in, power for power, women aren't actually getting access to power through sex. Like, that's not a thing. And I think that it's an unfair assessment to make that women control the access to sex when we know that they don't.